what's with these last minute wins? What does that do to you as a coach, as a person?
Yeah, it's quite stressful. No, I'm joking. Earlier in the year, I purposely put the team in games through certain hardships. I take players off, put players on, do things in such a way that probably really frustrated the players, but it gave them a bit of resilience, a bit of know that even when we're behind, we can still win. And I think today that really came into practice where, we went down a little bit, we clawed it back, they went ahead, and then we just turned it on. And it's just getting into the players, be adaptable, be resilient. Stuff's not going to go your way. Let's change. Let's just make it up on the fly if we have to. And we went back to that, guys. And as you saw, I never thought we were going to lose. I always knew no matter where we were going to find the win. With the players we've got, with the experience they've got, sometimes they need to be in a hole, mate, to get the best out of them, and that's exactly what we did today.
Is that one of the things you've had to do from last year and losing in finals, that you can build and know that you can go right to the last second?
Absolutely. And this year at the beginning of the year, we named a 10-player Super League squad, like fully out there. We named it, and I said to myself, I'm not only playing 6 players in big games now, we need to be getting players. Becky just played 80 minutes, her first 80-minute performance of her whole career in Super League, and that is what we're aiming for this year. But last year I went away and I was like, I need to get a bit of resilience in these players. They need to have the belief. In the first 4 games, that's what we did. I've changed things, took people off, did things, so they had to find a way to win, and that's absolutely what we did. It's almost like I thought about what we're doing coaching-wise, but yeah, that's what we did.
Well, I guess that's part of the job.
I wish it was a job. It's a volunteer, right? I put myself through all this stress as a volunteer.
One day there'll be money, one day, I promise you. That's what I keep telling myself in podcasting. This rivalry between you two teams, you mentioned physicality last time we spoke. Were you happy with that out there today? Was it, again, going a bit too far?
I've been to the last couple of games. I went to London Wigan a few weeks ago, and as a coach I got access to all the other games, so I watched the whole London game and you can see a bit of a shift now where the referees are starting to tighten up on it. I think there was a bit of a turning point. I'm not going to name them, but a couple of referees went and watched a few games as a fan, and as a fan they were kind of like, actually we're seeing this a bit more than we did, so I think it is starting to tighten up, and when there was pushing and shoving and grabbing going on there, it did get penalised, and I feel like you've got to do that. So we've got 70% increase in participation in this sport. Why do we want to make it more physical and turn people away? And you saw out there then, Josh put a shot on, I think Rob put a shot on, really legal, direct contact with the chair hits. Players went flying. That is enough. Chair on chair contact. We don't have to bring all this pushing and shoving into it, and I feel like we went too far one way, and I feel like we're starting to come back now into the middle ground. Maybe we had to overcompensate to find a nice happy medium, but I do think we're going back to making it a bit more safer for the more disabled players.
So positive then, you feel happier than you were a couple of weeks ago?
Mate, I'm always happy. But I feel like, there's definitely a bit of a shift in it. And I feel like some of the teams like us, Wigan, Hull, those teams that have those big foundations, I think they've started to speak up a bit behind the scenes, and I feel like that's had a bit of an impact as well.
You came over and said to us this would be the perfect thing for people to watch on TV. I mean, how do we get more eyes on this, for the want of a better word, product?
Yeah, I'm probably going to get shot down for this, but I feel like we've gone backwards a little bit. Last year, England played in the first direct arena in Leeds with 3,000 or 2,000 spectators. Now at the end of the year, they're playing in Wigan at Robin Park in that kind of venue there. It's a nice venue, but it's not first direct arena. And I feel like this year we haven't had any televised games. Last year we had the few games of Sportsman, we had the Magic Rounds, and I feel like they've just got to do it. Like someone has to just come and stick a camera up there and stick this game on TV. YouTube it for free if we can. Someone has to come out, has to publicise that game there. If you show that to any neutral, anyone who's never seen the game before, they will fall in love with that game. That game was a game for the ages. It was fantastic.